Today, the focus of my presentation is individual needs and interests model of curriculum design. Dear viewers, please watch the entire video. At the end of the video, there are MCQs based on the presentation. Dear viewers, let us first try to understand what is individual needs and interests model. The individual needs and interests model is an educational approach that focuses on tailoring instruction to meet the unique needs and interests of each learner. This model recognizes the diversity of learners and acknowledges that individuals have different learning preferences, strengths, and areas of interest. The individual needs and interests model draws inspiration from educational philosophies that advocate for student-centered learning. While it may not have a single originator, theorists like John Dewey and Lev Vygotsky have influenced the idea that education should be tailored to the needs and interests of the learner. Key principles of individual needs and interests model. 1. Personalization. The curriculum is designed to be flexible, allowing for personalized learning experiences based on individual needs and interests. Teachers seek to understand each student's learning style, strengths, and areas that require additional support. 2. Differentiation. Instructional strategies are differentiated to accommodate various learning styles, ensuring that all students can engage with the material effectively. Varied assessments take into account individual preferences and strengths. 3. Student-centered learning. Learners play an active role in shaping their educational experiences. They are encouraged to express their interests and preferences, influencing the content and activities incorporated into the curriculum. 4. Varied learning resources. A diverse range of learning resources, including multimedia, hands-on activities, and real-world applications, is incorporated to appeal to different interests and learning modalities. Implementation examples of individual needs and interests model. 1. Project-based learning. Students are given the opportunity to choose or create projects aligned with their interests. For example, in a history class, students might select a historical event or figure that fascinates them and delve into an in-depth project exploring various aspects. 2. Flexible grouping. Instructional activities may involve flexible grouping based on students' levels of understanding or interests. For instance, in a science class, students interested in botany may work together on a plant-related project, while others explore different areas. 3. Interest surveys. Teachers conduct interest surveys to understand students' preferences and hobbies outside of the academic setting. This information is then used to tailor examples, case studies, or applications that resonate with the student's personal experiences. 4. Individualized learning plans. Customized learning plans are developed for students with specific needs or learning preferences. This might involve additional resources, alternative assessments, or differentiated instructional strategies. Benefits of individual needs and interests model. 1. Increased engagement. Students are more engaged when the curriculum aligns with their interests, leading to a more positive learning experience. 2. Improved motivation. Tailoring learning experiences to individual needs can enhance students' motivation to explore and master new concepts. 3. Holistic development. The model supports the holistic development of students by recognizing and nurturing their unique strengths and talents. 4. Better learning outcomes. As students connect with the curriculum on a personal level, they are more likely to achieve better learning outcomes and retain knowledge. Challenges of individual needs and interests model. 1. Logistical complexity. Implementing individualized plans for a diverse group of students can be logistically challenging and may require additional resources. 2. Assessment consistency. Ensuring fair and consistent assessment practices while accommodating diverse learning experiences can be a challenge. 3. Time constraints. The time required to develop and implement personalized learning experiences may be a constraint within the standard academic schedule. Dear viewers, let us solve some important multiple choice questions from the presentation. Question 1. What is the primary focus of the individual needs and interests model of curriculum design? A. Standardized learning experiences. B. Tailoring instruction to individual preferences and strengths. C. Uniform instructional strategies for all students. D. Emphasis on teacher-centered learning. Correct answer is B. Tailoring instruction to individual preferences and strengths. Question 2. In the outcome-based integrative model, what is the first step in the curriculum design process? A. Implementation planning. B. Defining clear learning outcomes. C. Assessing student progress. D. Identifying available resources. Correct answer B. Defining clear learning outcomes. Question 3. What is a key principle of the individual needs and interests model? A. One-size-fits-all instruction. B. Student-centered learning. C. Standardized assessments. D. Limited differentiation in instructional strategies. Correct answer is B. Student-centered learning. Question 4. How does the outcome-based integrative model contribute to continuous improvement in education? A. By enforcing rigid learning outcomes. B. Through ongoing evaluation and modification based on student achievement. C. By limiting adaptability in instructional approaches. D. By solely relying on summative assessments. Correct answer is B. Through ongoing evaluation and modification based on student achievement. Question 5. What is a potential challenge associated with the outcome-based integrative model? A. Lack of clarity in learning outcomes. B. Overemphasis on teacher preferences. C. Time-consuming initial development. D. Limited adaptability in curriculum design. Correct answer is C. Time-consuming initial development. Question 6. What is the primary benefit of aligning assessments with defined learning outcomes in the outcome-based integrative model? A. Simplifying the assessment process. B. Enhancing the validity of assessments. C. Decreasing the importance of assessments. D. Eliminating the need for continuous improvement. Correct answer is B. Enhancing the validity of assessments. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel Education and Teacher Education at Shokin Bilal.